Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Back to throw, it's Mack. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the Heat. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season. Into the secondary on the right. Turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Fresno State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Might be calling a hot route. Lost a throw on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellows on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Duke.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his big tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He turns that loose down the right side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its... Oh, a lot of space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Under fire. With the catch, it's Lawson. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Caught over the middle, it's Tyler.
I love the job by the receiver there on the crow route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Duke!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking for a huge play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Moving away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Leaves it with the running back. Inside the 25. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Blue Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's got it on the run, and the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Mack. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawson. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now willing.
He's taking the shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7. And the Blue Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lawson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Got a man, it's Lawson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fresno State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Moves away as he feels pressure. Pulls it in down the middle. Smashes through the tackle. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Duke.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mack. That's caught. It's Lawson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McClain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Bringing the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's McClain. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Mack. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Throws to the tight end. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly. And
he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The inside handoff. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity.
There he goes. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
He makes a grab. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Starting this third quarter on the ground. It's a running room. He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the... and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Duke. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And he got smacked just as he released a pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker to protect their...
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged in the middle, it's Lawson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Back to throw, it's Mack. Makes the catch, it's Casper. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
That's caught. It's Tyler. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Making side adjustments here. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Calls his own number. Ball's out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Shoots it to the left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And it's some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The short hands, it's Brown. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Quickly complete. And he's wrestled to the ground.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down, Fresno State.
Obviously, great job picking up the 1st down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Fresno State right back to the line. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He caught it.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Fresno State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter.
Fresno State, 35.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. The Blue Devils get enough for the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Throwing on the run. Pulls in the deep ball. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the line. He breaks a tackle. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Man, he just continues to be on fire at the quarterback spot, continues to chew up yards. Over 100, over 200, over 300. Now we're over 450. Have yourself a day, young man.
He's got him. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Wants to throw it. Snags it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Fresno State right back to the line. To the air, it's Mack. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he'll just get rid of that one. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 9 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Buys a little extra time. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Uncorks it, working that left side. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Quarterback making adjustments. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, a short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play, and nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that 1st.
Finds his man. It's Tyler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Got the 1st down and more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.